So when you're ready, come and join me, and we'll start standing up today. I know I've got my chair here, it was just to see where I needed to be, but we'll start standing up today, and we'll do our Kati Chakrasnas. So with the feet nice and wide apart, we'll take a moment actually, we'll have the feet nice and wide apart, but we'll stand, roll the shoulders back and down, lift through the crown of the head, maybe turn the palms to face forwards, and either close the eyes or gaze gently downward, and just spend a few moments feeling how you feel. So when you do that, start with your body. It's the most tangible thing to feel. Take your awareness, your curiosity, around your body. Notice how the body itself feels. Notice the parts of the body that feel heavy, the parts that feel light, parts that feel stiff. Maybe you're not aware as you stand still of the parts that feel freer, but you will be as you move. And also notice what sort of general level of discomfort you have. Notice the areas that might need a little bit of extra TLC as you practice. And you can direct your energy to those places as you work. When you're doing these noticing exercises, these awareness exercises, it's important not to avoid any judgment that comes with them. So the whys and wherefores, or the berating yourself for having done a thing or not done a thing, none of that matters. We're just being aware of how things are right now, so that we can move forward with our practice. What happened before today doesn't matter. Become aware of your breathing next. Perhaps as you come into your yoga space, your breath naturally becomes deeper. Perhaps it doesn't. It doesn't matter. Simply noting the rate, the rhythm, the quality of your breath. Noticing where your breath moves in your body, what moves as you breathe. And then noticing your mind. Perhaps as you have been working through these awareness practices, your mind has been completely engaged on them. Perhaps you've had a little run of thoughts through your head. Become aware of what kinds of thoughts you think. Are your thoughts directed inwards or outwards? Are they directed towards the past or the future or the present? Are your thoughts positive in quality? Are your thoughts maybe less positive? I want to try to become aware of these thoughts so that we can avoid those that are really harmful, the ones where we tell ourselves that we're not good enough, we haven't done enough. You can leave those thoughts behind. And perhaps becoming aware of your general state of happiness on the happiness scale that goes from tranquil, peaceful, and happy all the way to the opposite end. Perhaps you don't fall all the way at the top at the moment, but through our practice, perhaps you'll notice some more joyful, happier, peaceful emotions. Then when you're ready, you can bring your hands together at the center of your chest, lifting your chest and taking your chin only towards your chest. Feeling that gentle stretch down the back of the neck between the shoulder blades. Smiling to yourself. And in your own time, raising your head, releasing your hands, and opening your eyes. Awesome stuff. I've managed to knock the clock enough that it's not working at all. So I'm just going to attempt to fix it one more time. Very good. Okay. Let's move into Kati Chakrasana. Now that we sort of know where we're at, we can move into what we might become today. So feet nice and wide, and first a little bit of bouncing on the legs, on the feet, to feel the feet really strongly into the ground to get that sense of connection. You can do a little bit of jiggling with your upper body if you want to. You don't have to, but perhaps you're inclined to jiggle the upper body as well. And when you begin to feel that you've got that really strong connection with the feet downwards, you can bring yourself back into the center, and we'll begin a little bit of twisting. So a little softness in the knees and twisting through the upper body. And here we're trying to turn around that central line in the body that comes through the crown of the head, through the center of the body, and down to the floor between the feet. It helps to draw the abdominal muscles inwards and upwards. And feel that you're twisting rather than swaying as you turn. Let your hands finish their movement just tapping the body gently, or less gently if you prefer. And let the arms swing away from the body, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed, the elbows soft, wrists and fingers all relaxing. If you allow your head to follow your movement, you'll find that you get much less crunching in the back of your neck. When you feel ready, if you want to add an extra element, you don't have to. You can begin to pivot on your toes, still keeping that sense of twisting around a central line, but freeing up the hips, the knees, the ankles, the toes. Still firm in your center. We can add a bend in the knees if you would like to. So bend and twist, bend and twist, dip and twist, or bounce and twist. You can slow the movement down if it helps to coordinate the two together. And if you'd like to, you can touch the opposite shoulder in front of you, the opposite hip behind you. This is a great thing to do when you've come in from doing gardening, when you've been sitting for a long time, or even a short time. Or first thing in the morning, not so much last thing at night, but first thing in the morning, perhaps after your first cup of tea, just to invigorate the body, get your energy moving. So let's bring our knees to steadiness, simply pivot on the toes, and then bring the feet to steadiness, and sway yourself back to the center. When you come to center, closing the eyes again or gazing downward, just noticing the effect of that practice, the thrum, the vibration of energy from the center of your body right into your extremities, into your fingertips. Maybe there's a warmth in parts of the body that weren't warm before, a coolness in parts of the body that weren't cool before. Notice what has happened to your heart rate, your breath rate. And perhaps you've begun to feel a gentle lift of the spirits as well. And then when you're ready, you can gently roll the shoulders. You can do this with the eyes open or closed. It's up to you. Rolling the shoulders. Exploring how that feels. Let's go the other way as well. Lovely roll of the shoulders. Oh, this is the way that my body is less happy about, I have to say. Then we'll put the fingertips onto the shoulders and make circles with the elbows. Starting off quite small. Want to build up, gradually getting bigger, as long as it feels okay. So if it feels good, gradually getting bigger in the circles. Really feeling that opening of the chest, that lifting of the rib cage, just taking care, Flora, to move gently enough that it doesn't feel painful. And we'll go the opposite way as well. So rolling in the shoulders, rolling in the elbows, sorry, making smallish circles to begin with. And when you're ready, you can build up a little bit. Slowly, gently, surely, making a bigger and bigger circle until it's as big as you feel comfortably able to manage. We'll do one more in this direction. And then resting the arms down to the sides. I'm going to shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, hold them there, and then slowly release them down. When the shoulders come down to their neutral spot, press the palms to the floor, hold them down, and slowly release away. One more time up, shrugging the shoulders all the way up, hold them towards the ears, then releasing them down, pressing the palms down towards the floor. Maybe at the same time, lengthen the crown of the head up. Feel that length down the sides of the neck, and slowly releasing away. This time, we're going to shrug the shoulders up to the ears, then take the shoulder blades towards each other behind the body, and then slide and glide the shoulder blades down, but keeping the chest open and turning the palms forward. So opening the chest at the same time. The elbows are maybe towards the sides of the body, but the hands might be quite far away from the body. That's okay. And here we're just going to play with the position of the head. So holding the shoulders in that position, just glide your chin backwards and forwards. Finding a place where the head feels like it's centered, it's light, and relax. One more time. Shrug the shoulders all the way up towards the ears. Take the shoulder blades towards each other behind. Glide the shoulder blades down and turn the palms forward, and then centering your head and holding as you breathe. Trying to imprint this open, beautiful posture in the muscle memory so that you can easily come into it again and again and again. And release. Awesome stuff. So before we get into our more seated practice, we'll do some spinal undulations. We're going to do these with the feet wide and the knees bent and the elbows out to the sides. So it doesn't matter where your elbows are. If you're able to do cactus hands, where you've got sort of almost like right angle at the neck and the shoulder and the arm and the elbow. And then that's great. And if it's a different shape, it doesn't matter. Soft in the knees, breathing in as you open the chest, maybe looking up slightly, and breathing out as you round forward. Tuck the tailbone under, chin towards the chest. We don't want to go all the way forward, just rounding a little. Breathing in as you open, like you're leaning over a big ball. Breathing out, scoop the belly in, leaning over a ball in front of you. Breathing in, opening the chest, lengthening the front of the body. Breathing out, rounding through the spine, lengthening the back of the body. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and over, scooping the belly in. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and over. One more like this. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and rounding. And we'll finish by breathing in back to center, reaching the arms away from the body. And as you breathe out, release the arms down to the side. Fantastic stuff. So we're going to move in this way with the breath through this class. And so we do a little bit of waving the arms around, bending and stretching at the same time. So this time we're going to breathe in as we reach the arms up. So we're looking for length up. And as you breathe out, bending the knees, bending forward at the hips and scooping the belly in, reaching the hands down. So we're trying to keep the back long, breathing in and up, stretching up, scoop the belly in, breathing out, bending from the hips, so taking your buttocks back behind you and down. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and down. If you want to add an extra element to it, you can come up onto your tiptoes as you breathe in and up and lift the heels. Breathing out, heels down, bending the buttocks back behind you. Breathing in and up, lifting the heels. Breathing out and down, buttocks back. One more like this. Breathing in and up. And breathing out and down. Coming back to center. Just making any movements that feel good to you. And while we're here standing, we'll perhaps do some motions for the neck, because it's quite nice to do that when you're standing up rather than sitting down, because it affects the tuck of the tailbone. As we know, the cervical spine and the lumbar spine are connected in a way that they mirror each other. So if we stand tall, the lumbar spine is lengthened and we can keep our neck much more mobile. So let's begin by just turning the palms forward and drawing the shoulder blades back towards each other, maybe elbows a little closer to the side of the body. And retracting the chin a touch, so drawing the chin back as well. Here, we're just gently going to turn to look over one shoulder, back to the center, and turn to look over the other shoulder. Perhaps you want to move with your breath. You can inhale as you turn to one side, exhale back to the center, inhale to the opposite side, and exhale back to the center. Inhale. Exhale as you return. Inhale. Exhale as you return. This time inhaling and then holding, but not the breath, but holding the position and moving your opposite shoulder slightly back to feel that increased stretch on the chest, on the side that you're looking away from. If you want to, you can even slide that hand around the body to reach for the opposite hip behind you, and that will keep your shoulder back as well. Long deep breath in, long slow breath out. Allow your shoulder to relax and then bring your head back to center. Breathe in the center, Breathe out as you turn to look to the opposite side, holding here in your position, allowing your breath to flow. Stretch the opposite shoulder back, so the shoulder you're turned away from. You can even slide your hand behind you, reaching for the opposite hip. Breathing gently here. One more deep breath out. Then relaxing your arm and shoulder, bringing your head back to center. And just spend a moment relaxing the shoulders, moving the head and the shoulders in a natural way. Helps to release any tension. Awesome sauce. Okay, so we're going to again turn the palms forward, moving the shoulder blades towards each other, keeping the chest open. I'm going to bring the chin towards the chest and gently roll to one side, ear to shoulder, and then like a semicircle coming back to the center and rolling towards the opposite shoulder. So here, moving slowly, only doing what feels good, whilst keeping the shoulder blades gliding down the back, keeping a little bit of lift in the belly muscles, and exploring just how it feels in the structures of the neck, the chest, the upper back, the tops of the shoulders, as you gently move your head from side to side. Maybe you want to explore a little bit more of a fuller circle. So as you come to one side, you can lift your chin up and over to the opposite side. Only if you want to. Rolling chin to chest, ear to shoulder, and then chin up. So not head back, but chin up and rolling to the opposite side. We'll go in the opposite direction now. Rolling ear to shoulder and chin up and over to the opposite side. Chin to chest in the middle, ear to shoulder, chin up, and the opposite side. Let's finish down here at the center with the chin towards the chest. Smile gently to yourself. And when you're ready, raising your head, opening your eyes if they've been closed, relaxing your arms if they've been a little bit stiff, and rolling the shoulders in any way that feels good. Awesome sauce. So let's just interlace the fingers and make a figure of eights with the wrists clasped together, the elbows tight to the side, the upper arms not moving. And we'll go the opposite way as well. And then you can separate the hands and just shake out the wrists a little bit. We're going to come to our chairs now to use our chairs for cat pose. So you want to be side on to the seat of your chair, placing your hands down onto the seat of your chair and moving your feet away enough that you feel that you can lengthen your spine from shoulder to hip. And here, the knees are nice and soft. You don't need to have straight legs here. In fact, it's actually better if you have the knees soft. So with your hands perhaps just a little bit in front of your shoulders, knees perhaps under the hips, scooping in the belly, feeling that lift and lengthening through the crown of the head. We're going to inhale as we look forward and open the chest. Maybe you feel a little touch of a lift in your tailbone. And exhale as you round through the spine. Bring the shoulders and the hips towards each other and look back towards your knees. Inhaling, belly muscles are really firm as you look forward. Shoulder blades glide down the back to open the chest, lift the tailbone. And exhaling as you round through the spine, lifting the center of the spine upwards, drawing the shoulders and hips together, towards each other up. Breathing in, forward, keeping that firmness in the center of the belly. Breathing out, rolling, rounding under. It's just like we did standing earlier. Breathing in, one more. Breathing out, rounding under. Now, if you feel okay on the wrists, you can come back to the center And just hold this sort of tabletop position, again, really firm in the belly. And we're going to just do a little sideways movement. So take one shoulder towards the hip as you look in that direction, and then wiggle to the opposite side as well. Like you're swinging your tailbone from side to side, but you're going to swing the head as well. So you get a stretch all the way down the side of the body. Still working to lift those tummy muscles just a little touch to provide stability, and swaying from one side to the other. We'll do one more to each side. It's quite lovely to do this one. And coming back to center. When we come to center, we're going to step towards the chair and let the hands hang down now. Tuck your tailbone under with soft knees and just roll up one vertebra at a time until you're up into standing. When you come to standing, it's really nice after doing a posture like that to do a really nice, a good stretch. So we're going to breathe in, reach the arms out and up, look up, lift the chest, and breathe out as we bring the hands down to Namaste. We'll do two more like that. Breathing in, reaching the arms out and up, looking up, lifting the chest, feeling that length. Breathing out, hands down to the center of the chest. One more. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and down. And then gently relaxing the arms. And we're going to do a little squatting. Squatting? Yes, yes. We're going to do this sideways on. I'm going to do this sideways on. You don't need to. So you'll be facing onto your chair so that this is the action, okay? So we're going to take the feet. We might need to explore with this to see where the feet are, and perhaps even it's better to start sitting down, I think. So if you're seated on your chair, making sure that your feet feel like they're going to support you. You don't want to have your feet on blocks at the moment if you normally have them up. Just want the feet to be on the floor. We're going to have the belly muscles quite firm. We can have our hands on our hips here. And all we're going to do is lean slightly forward and stand up. And then lean slightly forward and sit down. Okay? It's very simple, but this is the action that will help to strengthen our bodies, particularly in these larger muscles and the hip flexors, to maintain our ability to stand up unaided for much longer, which is good. So beginning with the hands on the hips, firm in the belly, lean forward, press into the feet to stand tall, lift the chest, and then lean forward, keeping the belly working, and just float the bottom back down to the seat. The idea is to do it with great control. So leaning forward, press into the feet, press through the legs to stand tall, really firm in the belly, firm in the legs, lean forward, holding as you gently float your bottom back to the seat. Let's do one more like this. Leaning forward, pressing into the legs, standing tall, nice and slow. Leaning forward, firm in the belly, floating the bottom back into the seat. Excellent. So that might be, as you notice what you feel in your back, in your body, sorry, you might be aware of doing that really slowly and with great control actually requires a tremendous amount of effort. So that might be enough. And we're going to do 3 more, if anybody wants to do 3 more, but with a slight increase of challenge for anyone who feels that they might need an increase in challenge. So if you want to increase the challenge, you can lift your arms up to wherever is comfortable. So they could be just out in front of you, that's fine. They could be higher up or higher up still. And then really firm in the belly, same principle. Lean slightly forward, the back is long. Transfer the weight into the feet, press tall, lengthen all the way up, firm in the belly, lean slightly forward. Take the weight into the feet, feel like you can float the buttocks back into the seat. See how quietly and slowly you can do this. Leaning forward, pressing into the feet, standing tall, firm in the thighs, the buttocks, the belly. And as you come down, leaning slightly forward, controlling the bottom all the way back into the seat. Last one. Leaning slightly forward, pressing into the feet to stand tall. Opening the chest, leaning slightly forward, scooping the belly in, firm in the buttocks, the thighs. And then relaxing the arms down to the side. And just taking a moment here to relax, to soften effort from the shoulders. And if you need to just gently move the head around to release tension from the neck. Okay, doing just whatever feels good to you. And then perhaps rolling the wrists just a little after that cat-cow practice as well. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to turn the seat around. Apologies. Oh no, please excuse me, you stay there. So we're going to do one more thing here in this seated position. So with the feet quite far in front, still underneath the knees, but sitting to the front of our chair, taking the arms out to the side. So making a shape almost the same as we did earlier for our spinal undulations, bending at the elbows. We're going to draw the elbows behind us towards the back of the chair and then come back into our cactus arm pose. Okay, so very gently drawing the elbows behind us and then coming back to cactus arms. Firm in the belly, drawing the elbows behind, almost seeing if you can touch the back of the chair. Doesn't matter if you can't, I certainly can't. And we'll do 3 more, drawing the elbows behind. And back to cactus arms. Drawing the elbows behind. And together. Back to cactus arms. Last one. Drawing the elbows behind. We're going to hold here and just see if you can explore with your head the position of your neck. So just moving the neck a little bit. It can be very small or not at all if you know that it doesn't suit you. And then head to neutral, relaxing the arms back and then releasing them down to the sides. Just rolling at the shoulders, maybe lifting one side and then the other, releasing any tension there. Making figure eights with your nose. Making sure that you turn in the opposite direction as well. Very good. Okay, so we're going to try a little twisting in the same sort of position as we did our cat pose in earlier. I'm sorry, I've got all sorts of debris around today. This I will demonstrate on this side. I might have to swap to the other side to do the other side. So we're going to come back into our forward bend with the hands on the chair seat and the feet a little bit behind us. So we want to try to make our spines as long and straight as, not straight, but as lengthened as possible. And here we're going to leave the hand that's closest to your chair back down and then move with the opposite hand. So scooping the belly in, soften the knees, breathe in as you reach your hand up towards the ceiling. It doesn't matter where you get to, we're just trying to do a little twist and back towards the chair. Breathing in as you reach up, breathing out as you come back down. Breathing in and up, really firm in the belly. Breathing out and down. We'll do 2 more, breathing in and up. Breathing out and down. Last one. Breathing out and down. In the center, you have both hands on the chair And just simply bend your hips away from the chair seat itself, stretching out a little bit like our downward facing dogs. Maybe turning a bit with the head and the hips. And then we can do the opposite side. So I'm going to scoot to the other side of my chair. You might not need to. And then with the other hand free, firm in the belly, lengthened in the spine, breathing in as you twist open to that side, breathing out and down. Breathing in, reaching up, breathing out and down. Doesn't matter how far you go, breathing in. It's really good for aligning the spine. Breathing out, breathing in, reaching up, breathing out and down. I think we've got two more. Breathing in and up, breathing out and down. Last one, breathing in and up, breathing out and down. And then here, again, you can find yourself a little bit of length. I need to push my chair away from me a little bit, just to give yourself a little stretch out, and maybe a little wiggle as well. I always like a wiggle. Now, if you want to, you can come and do a downward dog on the back of your chair. I'm just going to step into my chair and bring myself upright to be able to do that. Turn the chair around and lengthen here. I know some people like to come down in their downward dog. Let's try doing a little holding at the top first. So softness in the knees, length in the upper body, trying to get that space underneath the armpit open. That's what we're aiming for here. Scooping the belly in, lengthening the tailbone behind us. You can play with lengthening one leg and bending that knee, lengthening the other leg, bending the knee. While you're scooping your belly in, you can also bring the knees both back to being bent and just gently, really gently and slowly move the head from side to side, or turn the head if that feels good. And if you want to, you can gently sway your hips from side to side. You can do all of these things at the same time as each other if you feel confident to do that. Okay. And then if you want to go a little deeper, you can. And if you want to come up at any time, you can. And when you're ready to come up, just walking towards your chair, walking your hands up the back of the chair. And when you come to standing tall, taking a moment here. Allowing the shoulders to soften. When you are confident that you're not dizzy, releasing the arms down to the sides. Maybe rolling the shoulders a few times. Just noticing how the body is feeling. We've done an awful lot of work. It might not feel sometimes like it is an awful lot, but I guarantee it is. Inside, you'll be feeling the effects. Sorry, I had to check the time because I've managed not to fix the clock at all. It's always the way. Okay, so we're going to come and sit down now. So we've finished with our big moving and shaking, and I just need to move this crystal bowl a little bit closer towards me so that I can reach it when I need to. And if you want to use a block underneath your feet for sitting now, you can. We're going to start with some alternate nostril breathing. So coming into your seated pose, adjusting anything that needs adjusting. Trying to think those tall, long thoughts through the back of the spine, making the head centered on the shoulders. And you might like to just to begin with, rest your palms on your thighs. Close your eyes, gaze gently downward. Spend a moment becoming aware of the effects of your practice. And noticing your breath. And gently deepening your breath. As you breathe, being sure to breathe in and out through your nose. Relaxing your forehead, the area around your eyes, your mouth, your tongue, your jaw. When you're ready, you can turn your palms upwards and have both hands open. The hands represent the nostrils, the open palms, open nostrils, closed palms, closed nostrils. So let's begin our practice with a deep breath in all together. And a long, slow breath out. And we're going to take a deep breath in. Close the right hand and breathe out only through the left side. Breathe in through the open left hand and nostril. Close the left, open the right, breathe out on the right side. Breathe in through the right side. Close the right, open the left, breathe out on the left side. Breathe in left, 2, 3, 4. Close the left hand, open right, breathe out right, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in right, 2, 3, 4. Close, open left, breathe out left, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in left, 2, 3, 4. Close left, open right, breathe out right, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in right, 2, 3, 4. Close, open left, breathe out left, 2, 3, 4. Just relax for a moment. Relax both hands open, turn the palms downwards. Take a cleansing breath through both nostrils. Relax the shoulders. If you want to, you can open your eyes. So this is the practice we've been working with for a while. And today we're going to work with extending the exhalation part of the practice and holding the breath between inhale and exhale. So how it will work is the same with the hands. We always start by breathing in through both, closing the right and breathing out only on the left. And then we'll breathe in for 4 on the left, hold for 4 with both hands closed, and then breathe out for 5 on the right. Then breathe in for 5 on the right, close both hands, hold for 4, and breathe out, opening the left hand on the left for 5. So this will be our pattern. If at any stage you feel like the breath is too long or too short for you, please adjust and work with your own rhythm. So you might prefer to breathe in for 3, and you might prefer to breathe out for 5 or even 6. If you breathe in for a number, that's the number you hold for as a maximum, just for this practice. So at the beginning, maybe holding for 4 is too long, maybe holding for 2 is better for you. I will count through this count, but if you want to practice in your own rhythm, please do so. Okay? So, hands, palms turned down, sitting really tall on your seat, shoulders relaxed, head centered, face relaxed, eyes closed if you can. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then turning the palms upwards. Take a deep breath in. Close the right hand, breathe out only through the left. Then we'll begin. Breathe in left, 2, 3, 4. Close and hold, 2, 3, 4. Open, breathe out right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in right, 2, 3, 4. Close and hold, 2, 3, 4. Open left and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in left, 2, 3, 4. Close and hold, 2, 3, 4. Open right and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in right, 2, 3, 4. Close and hold, 2, 3, 4. Open left and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in left, 2, 3, 4. Close and hold, 2, 3, 4. Open right and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in right, 2, 3, 4. Close and hold, 2, 3, 4. Open left and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in left, last time. Close and hold, 2, 3, 4. Open right and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in right, 2, 3, 4. Close and hold, 2, 3, 4. Open left and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax both your hands. Turn your palms down. Keep your eyes gently closed if you can, and just observe the effect of your practice as you allow your breath to settle into its natural rhythm again. When you feel ready, and as quietly as you can, settle yourself back into your seat for relaxation. And today, I'm just going to sit on the floor so I can play the bowl, but you guys sit on your chairs as normal, or relax on the sofa if you prefer to be reclined. So allowing that softness, that ease of breath that came with our previous practice to still be the focus of your attention, the center of your feeling body. And as you settle yourself back into your seat or into your support, closing the eyes again if you've had to open them. Taking a deep breath in and sighing out through the mouth. Repeating 3 more times, a deep breath in As you exhale, let all of your effort go. A deep breath in. Exhale and begin to relax your body. Last breath in. And as you exhale, surrender yourself back and down into your support. Allow your breath to fall back into its natural, spontaneous rhythm, falling into silence, softness. Allow that softness in your breath to be reflected in your body, softening the forehead, relaxing the area around the eyes, the tongue, the mouth, the jaw. Feeling the shoulders soften down. Feeling the whole body becoming heavy, supported, releasing and relaxing. Draw your awareness to your hearing. Become aware of the things that you can hear around you. The sounds in the environment outside your immediate space. Perhaps you have the sound of traffic or people, birds, rain, wind. Observing those sounds that you can hear, or the absence of sounds. Draw your awareness closer towards you. Become aware of the sounds in your immediate environment. Perhaps there's a gentle hum of the house around you, heating or floorboards creaking or an electric buzz. Draw your awareness into yourself. Become aware of your own sounds, the sound of your breath, the sound of your heart beating, your digestive system. Draw your awareness deeper still. Become aware of a place of tranquility and stillness deep within you. Sometimes this is a place also of silence, but sometimes it is a place of nada, inner sounds. When you hear the sound of the singing bowl, imagine it coming from that space deep within you. Focusing your awareness deep within, listening for the sound of the bowl. Become aware of the sound that you can hear, the sound within the sound, and allow your awareness to follow it to the silence in between. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back into your hands and your feet by wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe rolling your feet at the ankles, your hands at the wrists. When you feel ready, you can take a deep breath in and stretch the body in any way that feels good. Stretching the arms, stretching the sides, the back, maybe stretching the face in a yawn. And releasing your arms down. When you feel ready, you can bring the palms together, rub the hands vigorously, getting as much heat and movement into the hands as feels good, pressing them hard, rubbing them fast. When they begin to feel hot or even just a bit warm, place them over the eyes. Feel that contact, warmth, soften and release the area around the eyes, nurturing the eyes. Blink into your palms a few times before you release your hands down as you open your eyes. Namaste, guys. Thank you for joining me for this chair practice. Super duper. Now, let's get everybody off mute for a wee chat.